morning, everyone. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Kate, and this is Katniss.
And we
together
are all
we are
Fickle Stitches.
Yay.
Oh, we're back on the struggle bus with the intros again, but that's okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Katniss.
Cheryl.
Good morning, beautiful.
She's a little needy this morning.
She is bound and determined to be part of our videos. There we go. There we go.
She hasn't gone very far.
On your lap?
Yep.
Excellent. Well, today is, Lord have mercy. Oh, August 19th.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I don't know, but I don't want to think about it too much.
Absolutely. We've got people going back to school. Shout out to all of our teacher friends.
Oh, big shout out to them.
And
more
educators.
Power to you.
Yep. I've got a number of family members that are teachers. Their school doesn't go back until after Labor Day, so they have a couple more weeks, but all of my buddies here in Oklahoma are back at it, so here you go. Well, this is a channel about cross stitch and our love of cross stitch, and we're glad that you're here with us this morning. I am all over the place, Kate, so where would you like to start today?
Do you have any finishes?
No. Did you get any?
No, I'm going to say no.
Okay. I love it when you're mysterious in the morning.
I did not have any starts, so have at it.
Okay. Well, I'm continuing along with my... Oh, before we even got into that, okay. Do we need to... Did we want to talk about questions from the last video? Stuff from the last video?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so just pretend we didn't do that. Okay. So, last video, we had the winners of our giveaway from our first Flosstube. And Kate has been very, very good and gotten her stuff in the mail. Cheryl, however, has not. But we have one little problem. Susan Jeffries, you won the sewing roll, the kit, but we don't have your mailing address yet. So until I get your mailing address, I can't send it to you. So I'm not sure if you, well, I'm going to put a note on your comment to make sure you see it. And if we don't hear from you by the next video, which is 2 weeks from now, we'll probably put it back in the pot and respin for it. So if you could get me your address, that would be awesome, because I would like to send it out. And Terry, thank you for being so patient. It's been kind of a interesting couple of weeks. A lot of things have been happening. And the other thing we want to talk about was there was a question on our last video, and it was directed at me. Our friend Candy, the 614 Stitcher, asked me how many, before I get into the starts I got done this go around, I am doing a birthday start-along-start-a-thon where I wanted to do 50 big starts, one a week, and possibly 50 smalls a week, to celebrate the fact that I turned 50 in 2022. So she asked me, because I've been talking about how I'm falling a little bit behind with vacation and things like that. So she asked, how many do I have left to start? It made me sad to look. After the ones that I started this last go round, I have 11 scheduled starts left to do. And if you sit and think about it, I have 7, 8.
That's not bad.
That still doesn't feel right. Well, maybe. Yeah, no, it's not bad. I'm not behind, but I'm getting there. But I have 11. But the smalls is where I'm really behind. But I'm okay with that. I have 21 slots to fill. So we'll see if I fill them all. Those were just extra bonuses if I could get them just for funsies. And then she asked me, well, what's your plan to catch up? Well, part of the things that...
Candy, have you met us?
One, well, we are fickle and we like to change our plans. But I did put my notice in at my job. So that's one of the things that have been floating around this past 2 weeks. And so I'm going to have some time in September and October to maybe get caught up on certain things. I've got other things. There's reasons why I left, and there's a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing at the house, but I plan on catching up, which will be nice to have a break. My job is very stressful, and it's been interfering with some things lately, so it's like, okay, we got to walk away. So there's my plan, Candy. A plan to stay home and stitching. Straight solid. Maybe not quite straight solid, but I would like to get caught up. I'm going to use that as the opportunity. Hey, baby. She is all over the place today.
She is.
Yeah, so that's my answer. Yeah, I'm going to recount that because it doesn't seem quite right. But, however, I am behind, and that's okay. But every little bit helps. So I'm going to show you what I was able to get started. Boop. So we're going to start off with some of my Hometown Holiday series from Little House Needlework. I'm doing all these individually. I'm 40 count lambs with linen with the call for threads. And I hope to make them into a Christmas village-y. And of course, in the last 2 weeks, she's released yet another one. So there you go. So I have to go and get that. So the first one that I worked on this week is the Mercantile. And for all of you, those who are looking, look, the roof is really non-existent on this one.
Okay.
But, you know, there's that little line there. But as you can also see, there's a lot of ecru. So
Yeah.
I'm doing this on 40 count, 1/2. So I was able to get, oh, it shows up good today, a nice little chunk done on that.
You could officially say that that roof is done.
That roof is done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for me, a start constitutes 2 hours of actual stitching. I do time it, and or at least 200 stitches before I stop and move on to the next one on my list. So that's why it's like, well, why didn't you do the little wreath in the front? Well, because I already had my 200 stitches and it was time to move on. So there you go. So I started that one on August 6th. Then, this is another thing that I've had in my collection forever and a day. And I wanted to make my husband and I stockings from Bent Creek. And so I have this one. It's called Holiday Home Stocking. And it matches the theme of the things that I put on my mantle at Christmas time. I have like kind of like forest, different kinds of trees and reindeer and stuff like that. And so this kind of fits in with the theme. And I had another stocking pattern by Bent Creek that I was going to make mine. And I was looking at it and I asked my husband, what do you think? Should I do one of each or two of the same? He's like, I like to have matching ones. So he doesn't ask for a whole lot, my dear husband, sometimes. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm going to make matching ones. So I started the first one. This is on 18 count natural linen, but I'm stitching it over 2. And so here's the size of it. So it's this huge piece of fabric, right? So I started it. So there you go. I've got the nameplate started with my initial. I wanted to at least get the first one in so I knew whose was going to be what. So I'm using the called for colors, but with some substitutions. I substituted out all the weeks, and I wanted to do Gast and some Classic Colorworks where I couldn't get Gast. I wanted it all be from one overdyed thread company if possible. And I like the antique-y, rustic-y look of Gast for this one, but there was a couple colors I couldn't match, so I got Classic Colorworks. So so to do this over 2, I'm actually using 4 threads. So this is over 200 stitches, but it took me a little longer because to get 4 threads to lay nicely, you have to be really deliberate about your stitches and making sure you kind of guide it along. Some people use a laying tool. I use a finger to help just kind of guide it and smooth it out so that it lays all 4 flat instead of getting all twisted up as I'm pulling it through. So it took me a little while to get that, but it's gonna be really pretty. I'm looking forward to this, getting these done. They're going to be a quick stitch for sure once I get on a roll with them. There's a lot of empty space too, so it's not like a full coverage, so that won't be so bad. So I just like it. I actually have a couple of trees in my display that look exactly like these, so it's going to fit in really nice. And I also have some red. So yeah, so there you go. So I started that. And then the last one I was able to get started was another of the Hometown Holiday series. This is number 19, which is the Quilt Shop, which is super cute.
That's cute. More of a roof.
It is more of a roof, but there's a lot of gables. So it kind of breaks it up. And it's gray. It's a gray roof, which is it's a nice change. So on that, I was able to get this much done. So I was able to get the outsides defined and start moving from outsides inward.
Looks good.
Yeah, the ecru pops when there's stuff around it, so that makes me happy. But yeah, again, this is really deceptive. This is over 200 stitches for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I've started 19 of the Hometown Holiday series. I think she's now up to 23 or 24. So I'm almost through those. And so I'm debating, like, between now and my birthday, do I start, like, after I get them all started, I have to go get the next one, which is an ice cream shop. I should say the next one that they just released. I'm not sure if I'm going to do much more after those to fill in the other spots. We'll see what I feel like when we keep going. So anyways, so those are my starts for the week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. My starts for the 2 weeks. So there you go. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I didn't have any starts, so yay. Want me to do whips?
Yes, please.
All right, so I'm doing arbitrary August. So I have everything put on a wheel that still needed to reach their goal for the year. My goal is to put a certain amount of stitches in on all of my whips.
Yes.
Some of them were larger goals than other, depending on how old the project was.
Right.
So the previous Flosstube I had spun a couple times, so I continued with my spinning. So my 5th spin came up Midnight Hunting by Dracolair Creations. It's on 16 count touch of gray. I also picked this as my whip go. One of my whip go numbers was my choice.
Right.
So here is All of the cross stitch is done. It needs back stitching.
It is so pretty.
I love this. I'm going to quote Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching. I love this so much.
Absolutely. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I had to put it down, though, because I'm like, the back stitching instructions are like, I need to be clear and focused because...
Yes. You will need to be in a
little,
certain
little
mind.
challenging. Yeah.
But that's
right,
beautiful.
So, yep. It's going to be a finish this year.
Yay!
So I stitched 1,211 on that. And I only needed something like 500 or 600 for its goal for the year, but blew right past that.
Well, if you add whip go on top of it, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, my next spin was Breath of Winter by Nadezhda Gavrilenkova. This is done on 16 count navy with the called for DMC, and I stitched 1,032 stitches.
Nice.
Here's where I'm at.
Yes, you were.
There.
Nice.
So I worked on the tree, and that gray is actually one of the horse's legs.
Oh, come back over. There we go, right there.
Cheryl will have put a picture in of what it looks like.
Absolutely.
All right. My next spin was my largest number needed. I needed over 3,700 stitches on this thing. Oof. This is Stars Bright by Lindy Stitches on 16 count Witch's Brew. I believe it's Mystic Fabrics. This is the called for overdyes and DMC. And I stitched 3,792.
Wow.
And I thought for sure that would get me all the way around with all the granny squares. Oh, no. No.
Yes, because you focused on definitely those granny squares. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I did some words when I got bored.
Yeah, absolutely. That color scheme, like the palette and your fabric are meshing together beautifully.
Yes, I did like it. I got in a groove with it, but it'll be a finish next year.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Because it'll still need, because of how old it is, it'll need 5,000 stitches next year.
Right.
My next one is Scary Sampler. Here's what it looks like. It's by Heartstring Samplery. I'm doing this on 16 count Shale from Picture This Plus, which definitely has a purple undertone, which I had to do some switching on my colors on some of them. So I stitched 441 stitches on this. So I put in a couple more words, and I put in that first flower. Supposed to be reminiscent of the Demigorgons from Stranger Things.
Right.
And their colors were this very red, I think it was cayenne from Weeks Dye Works, and then hazelnut, I think. So a very reddish brown, and they looked horrible with the purple.
Yeah, I remember you, when you were trying to find alternatives, they did very much clash with that fabric.
They did. So I chose a couple of purples.
Yeah.
I like the little alien head.
Yeah.
That's hanging right there. It's fun.
That pattern in general is just so smart. The way they incorporated all those different references, which was kind of fun.
Very much. So 441. I think I needed like 400 or something. And the next spin is Quakers of Scotland. Stitch Along by Tempting Tangles. It's been over forever. It's done on 16 count White Chocolate Ada. I needed like 880, and I got that, and then I moved on in my spins, but I keep coming back now to this. I've kept it out as a work project because I want this thing done.
Yes.
And I have put a total of 3,199 stitches in on it.
Look at that.
So I'm working on the last two parts over here.
Yeah, huh?
And it is pretty much full coverage along the
Yes.
the two rows. So it's going to be done.
That's awesome.
It's not going away again. It's going to be done.
So you're using that when you have downtime at work?
Yes. Because the very, very last spin I have is not work compatible at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then I took a break from my spins and said, oh, I have to catch up on my, thing that I divided into 12 parts for the year and have to do a part a month. And, oh yeah, I have back stitching this month. So I backstitched my X, which is XIAO. I have no idea how you say that, but there it is. It's done.
And this is from?
This is Mythical Creatures Stitch Along by Paine Free Crafts, stitched on 16 count Ren. Please do not stitch this pattern on Ada.
Dear God, we beg of you.
Yes, please don't.
Please don't.
Ow! The cat just bit me.
Are you serious?
Ow! She bit my knee. Come on. Good Lord. She's jealous.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Very good.
If you know your alphabet, there are just 2 left.
We're so excited about this. How I know my ABCs.
Oh, don't.
Next time, won't you sing with me? That's awesome, though, Kate.
Yeah, I'll be glad when it's over.
I know. So close.
I'm thinking I need to start pulling the gridding out.
You've talked about that.
I know, but I don't actually ever do it. My next spin was Reflections of Ireland. This is one of my 12 by 12 starts from New Year's Eve. This is ink circles. I'm using DMC 4045. I believe it's the called for. And I'm doing it on 16 count gilded from Stitch Me.
Nice.
And 447.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Very pretty.
There. So.
There's nice variations to that thread without being like stripy.
Yeah, it's just
too stripy anyway. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like the ink circles.
Absolutely.
My next spin was Kingfishers by OwlForest Embroidery, using OwlForest threads on 16 count Morning Fog from Stitch Me. This was another New Year's Eve 12 by 12 start. And I did 817 stitches on this.
Look at the kingfisher.
Yes, that was the corner I put in. I got the first kingfisher in.
And the corgi butt.
Well, yeah, the corgi butt's good too.
Oh, very good. Very nice.
So, I do love my OwlForest.
Yes, you do.
All right. The latest spin, I'm hoping it's not going to be my last spin, is Shores of Hawkrun Hollow, and I need 2,800 stitches on this thing. This is by Carriage House Samplings. It's on 20 count Vintage Country Mocha. I'm using the called for silks.
Yes.
And I only put 155 stitches in on this because I only started it yesterday, but I will be working on this today.
Ooh, that house.
Yes.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm going to finish the block and then see where I get to.
Yeah, absolutely.
See how close that is.
Yep.
But I liked it. I pulled it out and I was like, oh yeah, I do like this one. Why don't I stitch this?
Because?
I don't know why. Because there's too many. I have too many projects. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of my whips, and I didn't total my number up.
What?
Oh, fine.
Give the people what they want. They want numbers.
Do they? Do they really?
This people, which
So
is the only
demanding.
people that matter. Sort of,
Probably.
maybe. Ooh, excuse me. I did not sleep well last night, so I was probably contributing to my discombobulation.
11,094.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, more, because I don't count my backstitching on the mythical creatures. I can't count that backstitching.
No.
I'll poke
That
my
one's
eyes
asterisk.
Yes.
That was an asterisk. Ooh. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I had one whip. Just one. And that's okay. I'm doing more on Temperature Quilt by Stitchin Mommy. I'm doing the version with the white background, and I'm charting the temperatures from my birthday in October of 2022 to my birthday this year. So there's going to be an extra column on mine because, well, just because, in order to do that properly. So I put in a bunch of stitches because, well, I wanted to. And it was just some nights that's all the stitching I could manage. So, dun, 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 dun.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Okay, so now you can see it. So, when you last saw this, I had the first angry red square, like just these top ones. So I've been able to do all of this. So that's 3 months worth. And I've been able, last night I had to extend these down, like the beige columns down so that I could keep going. So I have I probably will do another session or so getting the columns all the way. I think I'm going to do, the next thing I'm going to do is get all the framework, all the columns down to close to the bottom so I can keep on going with the 3 of them. Yeah, it's getting there. We're starting to see other colors, which is kind of nice. Some yellows.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. So yes, we're expecting another week of 100-degree temperatures. So there's going to be a lot more angry triangles. So there you go. So yeah, we're getting there. I mean, yeah, this is September. This is October. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Yeah, so we're getting close to the end of this. As you can tell, I've been putting a lot of whip effort into this one just to keep it up. And, you know, in my heart, I would like to have it finished or close to finished by the time my birthday ends. It just seems like a good signifier, but if I'm not 100% done, it'll be okay. But I want to be more done than not.
Understood.
Yeah, so there you go. But like I said, it's one of those things where it's really, it's that comfort stitching factor. My only decision I have to make is which color I put in the square. So, which is nice. So, yeah, so that's my whip for the weeks. Yes. Okay.
Plans or haul?
It doesn't matter to me. Oh, Wegman's bag, oh, Wegman's bag, you're full of acquisitions. I'm kind of holding this up. There's nothing in mine today, so it's going to be a short segment. Hence the short intro song. There you go.
So you remember when I ordered the Summer Snapperland series and they sent me the wrong pattern?
Yes.
So she corrected it and sent me the right pattern. So this is the correct lighthouse.
Good. Did you get my envelope?
I did.
Oh, sorry.
I did. I
Okay,
just
good.
wasn't sure if I could show it.
You can, well, I mean, yeah, you can because it's a freebie. It's a freebie that comes with it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I was violating anything.
No.
So I got...
No, you're not. Mm-mm.
Okay. So Cheryl very nicely sent me the freebie
Border.
framework for the Summer Snapperland.
Yes.
That is on their website.
I got it when I purchased the kits. Like, I purchased all 4 of them at the same time, and I got that with it. But I think you might be able to get it off their website.
I'm looking at the framework going, why are we putting snaps on the framework?
Because they had this thing about actual physical snaps. I would put like shell buttons. Well, the other thing that they included with those, there were some shell buttons too. So you can put those in there, or you could just not put anything on it at all if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'm just not sure why I need the snaps.
No, because it went along with the name. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the snaps, but that's me.
Okay.
And then the rest of my haul is digital.
Excellent.
I had a little retail therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just like to point out that I bought 9 patterns, and all 9 of them are smalls. Stop laughing.
You are so proud of yourself right now. It's not even...
Okay, so I got 6 from Lola Crow. This is what the cat saw, Close Encounters.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Trying not to get the glare.
There, right there. Exactly like that. Yeah.
Okay. Come on. What the cat saw, Flight of Dragons.
That one's awesome. I might have to get that one because I'm doing S'mores Anyone.
Stop. All right. The KT event, the asteroid killing the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Troubled Waters.
I love that one too. I need to get that one because I'm doing that one too. Love it.
And I forget the name of this one, but just watching the zombie apocalypse start.
The fleur-de-lis wallpaper is everything.
So those were all Lola Crow.
Yes.
I can't quite read who this one is by. I got it off of Etsy.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. Don't think I can stitch it right yet.
I think it's yes. It's beautiful pattern.
And then I got 2 from Mama Witch X Stitch. I'm going to have to find something purple like that because it just is gorgeous.
The fish, the lantern fish, get me.
And this one's also by Mama Witch X Stitch.
Okay, that's awesome. The framing is
Yes.
chef's kiss right there.
Yes, but once again, every single thing was a small. There.
So proud of you.
I know. That was our hauls.
That is our hauls.
Hauls.
Yes.
Plans. I'm gonna work on shores this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can. I don't think I'll quite get the 2800 this weekend, but put some good love in it. I'm gonna finish Quakers. I'm hoping to finish Quakers by the end of the month.
Yes.
Quakers of Scotland, and hopefully I'll be able to do a few more spins before August is over. I've got like 7 projects left on the wheel that need their stitches.
I'm impressed how many you've been able to get through so far.
I was focused. I was getting, the number, and then like, boom, done. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing when you have a goal like that really helps to propel your stitching along. That's for sure. I like the arbitrary August thing. I think I'll probably adopt that one next year for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do it again next year. September is going to be in a similar theme. I'm going to do Sal September. And I'm going to have a wheel with all my stitch alongs that have not been completed on it. And when they come up, I'll do one part from the stitch along.
Oh, wow.
And leave them on the wheel. They don't come off.
Oh,
so
that's a great idea.
So I'll see if what I can do. And I'll go back to doing Sammy J's categories in September and pause them this month for arbitrary August.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's cool. That's a great idea. Yeah, I like that. Plans for me. Well, in these next 2 weeks, I'm going to be putting in some extra time at work just to wrap things up in a nice, as much as I possibly can. So I can't guarantee I'm going to get a ton done. It'll be little bits. I can see myself working temperature quilts a lot and trying to get a couple of starts in. I think the next one I'm going to start will be the next stocking. And I have to cut some fabric for some of these ones that are coming up. So right now I'm just grabbing ones that they might not be in the exact order I had planned them for that week, but they've got more of their stuff together, so it's easy for me to grab. If you really want me to be blunt. So we'll see what happens with all those and go from there. So
okay. Don't stress yourself.
I'm not, but I do need that mental break of stitching from looking at a computer or thinking about, what do I have left to do, and whatever. Triangles. Yeah, there's a lot of exactly the all the columns and stuff like that. It's just okay. All I have to do is sit here and stitch that, and just have a mental break from all of that, and the emotions surrounding all that and stuff. So I don't know what the output will be. It won't really matter for the next couple of weeks as long as I stitch a little bit. So, and then I will have a little more room to breathe and get cracking on some stuff. So so that's the plan.
All right.
Do you have any Flosstubers you've been watching, or shout outs? I know Sunshine Stitchers has mentioned us a couple of times, mostly because of that lovely, and I mean that sloth project bag is just so awesome. And EJ loves her so much, so Your name
She
comes
does.
up.
It does. Let's see. I have been watching Cam the Stitcher,
Mm-hmm.
Marjorie Maid, Stitch Me Sane.
Okay.
Hello, cat. Um, trying to think, the usual Sunshine Stitchers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just keep stitching.
I know
Stitching
that.
Button.
Yeah. Laurel. I've been trying to keep up on Laurel
Laurel.
stuff too.
Yep. Laurel,
I know.
Laurel Ann.
Yes. I know Chris Cross-Stitch started up again, so I've been meaning to go and see that again. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And Sammy, every once in a while I get to watch Sammy. So again, this is like Flosstubes right now for me. I've kind of, I've only been watching a couple, and I've gotten behind on some of them just for the sheer sake of time. But yeah, I haven't been watching a ton, unfortunately. So planning to change that too. Get caught up on some people. And some of the ones you keep mentioning, it's like, oh, I need to check them out, and I haven't had a chance to. So I'm looking forward to doing a little bit of that.
I've got so many I watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. So.
Oh, Candy, the 614 Stitcher.
Oh, yes. I forgot about Candy. Sorry about that, Candy. I watch yours too. Yeah, so there you go. So, I mean, that's it for me. And hi, baby. Yes. Yeah, she is. She's snuggly today.
She is very snuggly today.
Yeah.
She woke me up this morning at like 6 o'clock when she had a hairball.
Oh, dear.
So I got up to clean that up because, you know, when you're a pet mom and you hear that noise, you're instantly awake. Where is it?
Yeah.
I don't want to step on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did that, and then I, went to the bathroom, got a drink, going back to bed, and she's like, started screaming at me that she wanted to be fed, and I was like, no, you just puked. No. She has been annoying ever since this morning.
Hi, beautiful.
She did get fed, and she did eat her breakfast fine.
Yeah.
She just...
Now she's like...
Oh, something's out the window.
Yep. She is perked right up.
That's called somebody's walking by.
Well, with that scintillating
in our house.
Yes. People walking by. All right, well, I'll let you be, but thank you everybody for watching, and comment if you have any questions. If you saw something you had questions about, let us know. Susan, I'm gonna poke your comment, and if you can get your address to me, I'll try to get it in the mail as soon as possible. All right, I think that's it.
Happy stitching. Oh,
happy stitching.
Birds.
Oh no! I'm surprised she didn't.
Very badly for me because she's about to launch off.
I was just gonna say we might have to stop this. Yeah, there we go.
There's no bloodshed on Skype.
Absolutely no. All right. Well, you guys have a great couple of weeks. We'll see you in about 2 weeks. So happy stitching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.